If you're lactose intolerant, this episode might be tough to swallow. We're talking about milk spots on Bullion Breakdown. Next. I've done a bunch of research here, guys. I've looked into some stuff just for my own accord. I'm just curious to know what's going on with these coins after a decade post-production. But yeah, I am interested in the cleaning process because when you look through what the origins of milk spotting is, you often fall back on its solvents used in the minting process that weren't properly washed off the planchets, etc. So let's just sort of poke at that story a little bit and break down a little bit of the cleaning process that these silver planchets go through prior to final production. The first step they go through is actually ultrasonic cleaning. So there's solvents used in that process. The coins are obviously dipped in a solvent and the ultrasonic cleaning begins. So all those tiny bubbles and ultrasonic waves are imploding on the surfaces of these planchets and removing all the contaminants and dislodging any dirt that's available there. And then once that's done, the planchets go through another cleaning solution to wipe off any remaining solution left off in the ultrasonic cleaning. Now, once the mint is assured that they've properly cleaned these products, then they go through step 2, which is to go through a bath of solvent. Now, the first solvent they use is deionized water. Now, this is free from impurities and minerals itself, and it's often used during the cleaning process as it's really effective. And what that does is help minimize the presence of organic compounds that could potentially lead to milk spotting in the future. Now, as you can see, this is a process that is designed to avoid milk spotting, yet a lot of major mints are still dealing with it. Now, it's not a perfect science, and that's what we're finding out. But let's continue on here because there's more that mints are doing to protect these coins from the dreaded milk. Now, I promise I'm not being vague when I say the next solvent being used is organic. And I could not find anything more specific than what was generated as organic solvents. And these are, I think, just a little harsher solvents than the deionized water. And that really does a deep clean on the planchets should there be any remaining dirt up to that point in the process. So as we know, like I just said, this is not a guarantee by anybody. This is not a guarantee by any means by any mint. So what other new mints here in Canada, the Royal Canadian Mint, since 2018 has created a proprietary solvent that they have coined or branded Mint Shield. And what it's designed to do is be sort of the final stop in the process here in Canada for their coins. And they dip this and they guarantee, apparently, no milk spotting or even lack of shine, really. It'll just hold its brilliance for longer and it'll protect against milk spots for upwards of 20 to 25 years. Now, this has been in place since 2018. I own a bunch of coins since then, none of which have milk spotted. So I can say that it's working up to this point, but it's really hard to say over a 25-year period if that's going to hold up. That's really a long-term review, and I'm not prepared to stand behind those words at this point in this video. Now, as a silver stacker, hearing all this and understanding and reading all this about what the mints are doing to try to avoid the chaos of milk spotting on your coins is really encouraging. I am a big supporter here of the RCM in Canada. It's my home country mint, and I'm really pleased that I don't have to question the purchases that I make coming from that mint. So yeah, that's milk spotting. I mean, listen, we're all going to deal with it. I realize now the longer that I'm in this game, the more of my inventory that has potentially turned over. And this was a shocker. I found this just randomly going through my stack a few months ago. I saw one and I did the big, oh no. And sure enough, as I let more out of the tube, there we go. There is a significant amount of milk, and you can see the results of that here on the camera. So I really hope this was helpful, guys. I mean, we went through a number of things today. I'll just go through sort of what we talked about, which was, ultimately the origins of these milk spots are coming through the production process. It's really not something that's in control of you, the owner of the precious metal. But we talked about the cleaning process and how they used ultrasonic cleaning, deionized water as a solvent, and then the quote unquote organic solvents to do the final check. And then we also covered, again, how mints like the RCM here in Canada are putting protection solvents on the coin for long-term protection against milk spots. So if you guys like content like this, I would highly encourage you to give it a like and a subscribe, maybe even think about sharing and setting the bell, because I really have a high motivation here to help the stacking community and try to share any insights that I stumble across here as a stacker myself. So thanks for joining. This has been Bullion Breakdown. Take care, everyone.